This is part 2 video. We're tracking some synths for a track I'm working on. Tracking some synths? Yeah. Tracking some hardware synths. In the last video we did the Volca keys, which has been Volca keys. We've got the SH01A to do, we've got the Neutron to do, and we've got the modular synth to do. Today, Neutron. First things first, we do need to tune this synth, and all I've done is I've got a tuner plugin on the channel that's going to record the stem, and I've got just some MIDI at the end of the track, just sending out an A3 or an A4, just so we can tune it. I'll just show you what that looks like in Reaper. So this is the MIDI that I want to record, this red stuff here. And as you can see at the end, I've just got this little bit called tuning. That's sending out an A3. Yeah, cool. And then on this channel, which is going to say, yeah, so Lab 6, so it's Labyrinth Track 6, Neutron Audio, and I've named the track like this so the wave that will be generated by Reaper will have this as part of the file name, so that just helps with organization, right? And I've just got the Rear Tune plugin. There we go. So it actually seems fairly well in tune, but obviously the Neutron's got 2 oscillators, so I'm going to tune each one separately. I don't think I need to explain how to tune a Neutron, but I'll just put the oscillator mix to the first oscillator, tune that. A bit flat. Cool. And then the mix to oscillator number 2, check that. Bit flat. It's good. And then back to the central position, so they should absolutely be in tune with each other. Cool. Now, the patch I'm using is, what I'm going to do is I'm going to alter the wave shape of oscillator 1. So it's going to cycle between sort of a sine wave going all the way up to like a sort of, I don't know, I guess a very narrow square wave. I'm going to do that with the LFO. But to be able to control the amount of how much that oscillator is shifting, I'm going to go via attenuator 1. So we go LFO output into attenuator 1 input, and then output of attenuator 1 goes into oscillator 1 shape. So let's just put the mix all the way over to oscillator 1. Let's hit it. Let's give you some MIDI so you can see. So with the attenuator all the way off, the shape doesn't change, right? But I can dial in the attenuator, and we can control the shape with the attenuator. And I'll use the mix control, set it about sort of 60% 2, 40% 1. That sounds good, doesn't it? That sounds good. No reverb, no delay. Now the Neutron does have a delay. Yeah, all the delay settings are about 50%, and to my ears, that sort of sounds okay. Now we're in paraphonic mode, which means, and on the MIDI, basically I've just got 2 notes. So I wrote this with the intention that I'll be using just the 2 oscillators in paraphonic mode. Otherwise, I'd need to sort of record each line of MIDI separately, which is doable. It's doable. But yeah, so we're going for just that sort of 2 voice paraphonic pad sound. So obviously super slow attack for the pad sound, and the release super slow attack, slow release. I'll just spend 5 minutes looking at the LFO shape, amount, and filter. Dial something that sounds cool. It's tempting to record it with reverb. But just in case it's too much, I'll record it dry and put reverb in post. Okay, we've dialed in a sound. Again, this will be a performance where I'll be just changing attenuator 1 as we go. I might also just play with the resonance of the filter. I switched out the lexicon in favour of the FMR compressor, just so if I do go a bit crazy on the filter, hopefully the compressor will just fire in and rein in anything that's too peaky. So that sounds like this, with the option to like go. You know, to be able to sort of start modulating the shape of oscillator 1. But obviously the like 60% of the voice is just oscillator 2, the stuff in between the triangle and the sawtooth wave shape. Right, we got some stems recorded. Let's dial in some reverb. Let's scoop out a lot of the bass, and I'll just take the overall level down, so it's just around sort of -2 dB. Cool. Put a bit of guitar in. Sounds okay. You know, and I still got options about, you know, if I want to put a bit of flange or chorus or whatever on it. Chorus, maybe, thicken it up a bit. Arturia Gen 6 VST. Yeah. Now, how does it sound? I'm still working on these Volca audio. Still working on it. Yeah, that'll do. Obviously, things will change, I'd imagine, a lot. And, you know, we've got the option, you know, we could just decide that we prefer the original VST, which is a Zebra CM. So, sounds fine. Or we can mix in, have that and the Neutron. So that plugin, that Zebra plugin, is giving us lots of sort of highs, and the Neutron's giving us that more kind of sort of body. But I think we'll take away the VST for now and just go with the Neutron. Sometimes less is more. Save. So there we go. Just again building up this track. The Neutron. Great experimental synth, obviously. Great patch bay. The sample and hold is fun. Messing with the LFOs is fun. You do have a paraphonic mode, so you can have sort of two voices playing at the same time. So you can do rudimentary chords, power chords, or just use it as a sort of just as a mono synth. I don't think there's anything more to say. I'll keep working on this track. It's nearly supper time. See you in the next video, maybe. All right, ta-da!